Hello, beautiful manifestors. It is Olivia Grace, and I'm back with another video, and we are going to be talking about 3 principles that led me from being broke to making 6 figures. This video really has the potential to change your life, as per usual. But yeah, these things that I'm going to talk about, we're going to be talking about manifesting money. Someone in my Patreon asked me, what was the shift? Like, what took you from broke to making $1,000 in a day and making 6 figures? And mind you, I made these 6 figures in half the year because the first half of the year I was still, I was still broke. All right. So we're going to talk about that. And I'm going to be telling you guys some things that if you are someone who has been trying to manifest money for a very long time and have not gotten any results, this is very much going to help you because that was the position that I was coming from. And these are the things that actually made the shift for me. I was someone who did everything. I did all the techniques. I did all the shit. I watched all the videos, listened to all the teachers, did everything, bruh. Everything that you could do, I did. And for me, in my experience, it was beyond the technique, it was beyond the technique. And there's a lot. There's even more than these 3 principles. I don't want to be here all day and talk your ears off, but I want to give you guys some really good value in this, okay? So, yeah, before I do, I am Olivia Grace. This is the Master Manifestors channel. Here I talk about manifestation, law of assumption, all that good stuff. So if you're into that topic, then I'd love to have you be a part of the channel. Like the video, comment, share if it helps somebody, or if you think it will help somebody. Okay. All right, you guys. Hello, everybody. Hi, Mama Kay. Hi, Daisha. Hi, Empress. Hi, Belinda. Hi, Siren. Hi. Oh, hi, Justin. Hi, Celestial. Hi, Blessing. Hi, Lashanta. Hi, Anais. Hi, Bukola. Hi, Simba. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Ty. All right, y'all, let's get started, okay? Oh, before I do get started, I am running a flash sale only for the length of the video, okay? So if you would like to join the Godstate group coaching for next month, then right now you can get $50 off after the video is off. After the video is over, the sale is over. So you can only get that while you're on the call, okay? All right, now let's get started. So the first thing, let me start with the 3 principles. And then we're going to go into the other things and other other things that I did and other realizations that helped me to shift, okay? So the 3 principles that for me that I came up with, you may have heard it from other teachers, but this is what came to me, is ease, gratitude, and expectation, okay? So we're going to dive into these 3 topics. And ease, let's start there, all right? The programming that we have around money as muggles or as people who like we're just living regular life. The programming around money is that it's very difficult. It's hard to earn. It's scarce. It's not available. You have to do bad things to get it. We have all of this programming around money being hard to get. Now, for a lot of us, that even translates into manifestation. Okay. So whereas you manifest everything else easy, but with money, it seems like, okay, this is taking forever. It's taking me months. It's taking me years, or it's never even working at all. Right. So the thing about this is that the programming that we are taught around money, of money being difficult and hard to earn, is actually the complete opposite of the actual energy of money. And I'm going to, what I'm actually explaining right now is the energy of money. Okay. So all of us have probably heard, oh, money is energy. And I would say in my videos how that would piss me off so bad because I'm like, what the fuck do you mean by that? Like, what do you mean by that? And here's the thing, you guys, if y'all can understand this, you can manifest money, you can have money, you can flow money. Money is beyond an amount. It's beyond a paper in your hand. It's beyond a number on the screen. It is a feeling within you. It's an energy within you. You can feel if your energy is tight and constricted around money, or you can feel if your energy is open and flowing, like open to the flow of money, okay? So, all right, going back to ease. Ease is the feeling of money. Money makes your life easier. People say it don't make you happy. That's an opinion, but And I don't think that makes you happy, but it absolutely makes things easier for you. Okay. I remember, for instance, you guys, some of you guys know that I used to drive Uber Eats. And for me, I just could not, in those times, I could not fathom paying an extra $10 to $15 for someone to bring me food. Like, that was like, wow, like they are so rich. How can they afford to get Taco Bell delivered? All right. So y'all can see where my mindset was. Okay. But after you have a long day, right? And your kids is running around and you just want to chill, it's much easier. If you got the $10, $15 to spare, it's much easier to have dinner show up at your doorstep than to you to go to the grocery store and go and cook and do all these other things, right? So money adds convenience in every aspect, you guys. Money adds convenience. It adds to ease. If you right now, everybody right now, if you're stressing about anything, okay? Imagine if you just found out, oh yeah, I'm $1 million is on its way to me. $1 million is coming. That tenseness in your body, right? It releases. It lets go, right? It lets go. There's a feeling of ease within your body. Now, when you are manifesting money a lot, especially coming from the point of money is hard to manifest, or money is not easy, or it never works for me, or all of this stuff, you're so caught up in failure consciousness that you actually never enter ease. This is also where people talk about nervous system regulation, right? So they're like, you gotta regulate your nervous system. And here's why: because your nervous system, your body, literally, you guys, the place that we don't look for limiting money beliefs is actually in our physical body. But your beliefs about money manifest as tension in your body, okay? And so that tension, that's what you're releasing with the nervous system regulation. I'm going to be dead ass for real with y'all. I did not really do nervous system regulation as far as the ways that people do it. Now, for me, I kind of regularly regulate my nervous system because I meditate every day. So that's the only thing that I do. But I did not do breath work or, any of that other stuff. I just came into ease. Now, for me, I'm an energy person. So for me, it's very easy for me to embody an energy. It's very easy for me to embody a state. So I could put on like a mask or a suit. I could put on the energy of ease and feel, ooh, how does that feel in my body if I had complete ease in this moment, okay? And so ease is an energy, it's a match to money. Ease is is a match to the energy of money, okay? All right, ease, gratitude. All right. So gratitude, being grateful. This is how you enter an abundant state no matter what you have or do not have. Okay. I hear people in law of assumption community talking about, oh, don't be grateful for what you have already. And I'm sorry, that's the worst, that's some of the worst advice I could ever hear. Because if you're never grateful for what you have, you're never happy. And this is the thing. This is a trap that we can find ourselves in anyways as manifestors, because we're constantly seeking. But in that constant seeking, in that constant reaching for the higher state, the higher consciousness, the higher reality, we can be perpetually identified with lack, okay? And when you are perpetually identified with lack, you cannot help but outpicture lack, even if you're manifesting things, okay? And so this is where I'm gonna just be real with you guys, okay? I was like, I don't want to tell this story because I'm trying to get better at not telling the old story because I'm revising my whole life. But I want to tell you guys what actually led me to gratitude, okay? Was because this is, mind you, this is when I was on my SP journey. I was struggling a lot in life and everything. And I had finally moved into my apartment, and then my apartment ended up having roaches that I was staying in. And when that happened, right? Because me getting that apartment was like, it was like, okay, I finally can relax. Like I finally have made it. I finally got somewhere where I could settle. And then I got there and there were roaches. And I'm terrified of bugs. Like I can't. So, but what that did for me was it woke me the fuck up. It was like, okay, Olivia, if we are here, something is wrong. Like you're not doing something right, okay? And I know that I tell you guys, always assume that you're doing something right. But if you are in just a season where shit is hitting you left and right and up and down, you might not be doing something right, okay? And that was the wake up call for me that, okay, there is some way that I am relating to life that is not fucking working out for me, all right? And what I realized was that I had a general kind of piss poor attitude about life. A general life sucks, things aren't working out for me, I'm not getting what I want, la 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 la, from all that struggling. And so I started just being grateful. I actually started just to change my perspective and my view, because it does not matter who you are, what you have, or what you think you don't have. You have something to appreciate in this moment right now. You have something to appreciate in this moment right now. And you might think that, well, once I get all the things that I want, I'll appreciate them. But no, actually, if your character is to look at what's missing, what's not good enough, what's wrong, you will be the billionaire on your yacht cussing out the staff because your eggs are over easy instead of over medium, okay? And that's a real thing. Do not think that other things can add on to you a characteristic like being grateful. Now, all right, I know, like, honestly, some of y'all probably like, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. What this got to do with me making some money, right? Because a lot of times when we are manifesting money, we are waking up and like, oh, I don't have what I want. I'm missing stuff. I don't have this. Where is what I want? Oh, it's not here yet. Oh, what else do I need to do? Right. And so you stay constantly in the state of what's missing, what's lacking. Look what hasn't manifested yet. When you go into gratitude just for anything, it doesn't even have to be about money, okay? When you go into gratitude for absolutely anything, when you just go into, wow, I woke up in a bed today. I have central air conditioning, that for a lot of people they don't have. I have food today and yesterday. I have a job. Even if I don't like the job, at least I have a steady income, right? I know about the law of assumption. When you start to focus on what you have, right? Where you put your attention, where energy goes, or where attention goes, energy flows, right? So where you put your attention, it expands. So if you're always looking, thank you, beauty. Thank you so much. When you're always looking at what's not here, what's missing, what didn't manifest yet, why is it taking so long? That is expanding. Your experience of lack, your experience of disappointment, your experience of not getting what you want is expanding. When you look at the smallest little bitty things that are going well, you put yourself into the energy of look what I have, which is the other energy of money. Okay, so ease, things are cool, I'm chilling, everything copacetic, and gratitude. Wow, I'm actually pretty blessed. I'm grateful. When you know that, when you hear your friends and they're like, oh girl, I can't pay my bills and I gotta pay my gas and not my light this year, and you like, shit, I'm chilling, my shit on auto pay, I don't even look at that shit. You are very grateful. Okay, you're real like, damn, I don't have to search. I remember for me, I used to drive from Dollar Tree to Aldi to Kroger to here to there just to get the best deals. When I don't have to do that anymore, and I'm like, I can just buy what I want because I have the money. I'm grateful for that. I'm feeling like I'm having, right? You're having. Gratitude is the energy, is the entryway into the energy of look what I have. And it doesn't matter where you start. This is where a lot of people get fucked up. It's because they're waiting on money to appear before they change how they feel about money, before they decide that they're a blessed, prosperous person. Right now, I'm broke. Once my $1 million hit, oh, I'll be prosperous, I'll be rich. But once they hit, but it ain't hit yet, so I'm still broke. And so you stay there, keep looking at the 3D, like I've been telling y'all, looking at the 3D to reflect something that you haven't decided, and it keeps reflecting back what you've decided. All right. So coming into look what I have, right? You don't have to look at the 50 cents in your bank account and say, yeah, that's really good. I could buy two pieces of gum, right? You could look around at your home that you're in. You could look around at the fact that you got food to eat. You could look around at what you have, your car, you being on a smartphone, you having Wi-Fi to even be able to connect. And sorry, my mom's calling me. But yeah. All right. So starting with gratitude. Okay. So ease, gratitude, expectation. Y'all, listen to me. This is probably one of the biggest things and one of the least talked about things that actually make the difference when manifesting money, but especially when manifesting anything, but especially when manifesting money, and even when manifesting instantly, okay? Is expectation. So this ties back into the failure consciousness that I touched on earlier, where I said that I had formed a belief because let me say this. When I first learned about manifestation, I was automatically good at it, to be honest. I was out the gate like manifesting shit left and right. But money, it wasn't like that for me. And so that formed a belief that, okay, money, I guess, is just hard to manifest. And so as I was manifesting money, as I was doing all the millions of techniques that I did, I had the consciousness and the awareness that, yeah, but this probably isn't going to work because it never works for me. And I'm not thinking that. I'm not trying to think that, but that's the deep down feeling that I have, is that, yeah, this probably is not going to work. And then it doesn't, right? So, for instance, let me say this. Let's say you have a light bill that's due on Friday, and your light bill's $50, and you're manifesting $100. But you're thinking, when you think about Friday, right? You're deciding, okay, I have $100. But you think about Friday and you're like, but damn, I'm not really gonna have that. So what am I gonna do? You plan for poverty. Okay. You don't realize that you're actually planning for poverty. When you think in the future about your bills, a lot of us right now in this moment, I know, trust me, I know you guys, right now in this moment, it's what is it, the 20th? We still got shit, another 11 days in the month. Right now, a lot of people are already assuming and deciding, I'm not gonna have rent. How am I gonna get rent? I don't have rent. Rent's not coming to me, right? You're planning for poverty. And the brain does this because the brain wants to predict, okay? The brain is concerned with your safety, not your happiness. So your brain is like, well, let's look at the statistics. Let's look at how it's been going, right? Well, you pay your rent late every month. So why would this month be different, right? So let's go ahead and just know that. And then that way we can go ahead and rob Peter to pay Paul, right? But the thing is that you are assuming that. You don't even realize that you're assuming poverty for yourself. You're assuming that you won't have it. And you're assuming that based off of the past, not even based off of anything now. You know what I'm saying? You're assuming, because if it's 10 days, right? And some people might say, well, 10 days is not a lot of time to manifest money. But understand that manifestation is happening in the instant. It's an instant thing. It'll happen in the now moment. So why not this now moment, right? And that's something you want to start entertaining. But expectation, actually expecting for your life to shift, your money to shift, your bank account to shift, for things to be different for you, instead of saying, all right, here I go. I'm a millionaire. I'm a millionaire. I'm a millionaire. Yeah, all right, cool. I'm going to go to work and I'm going to apply for that 25-cent raise they talking about and just see if I could put in some overtime, because, you know, it's hard out here for a pimp when you're trying to get the money for the rent. Like you're still in the broke mentality. Okay. So when you start expecting, and this is what helps with expectation, is actually which can lead me to the next point, which was identity shifting. You guys, listen. Okay. Look, I don't give a fuck what people say. Oh, you don't need self-concept. All the people that tell you that you don't need self-concept have great self-concepts. How you think that is? How do you think that is? Okay? Like, y'all tell me one manifestation YouTuber that you watch that has a terrible self-concept, that is super just unconfident, thinks terrible things about themselves, but is super wildly popular and amazing. I'll wait. It's not. Because feeling about how you feel about yourself and relevance to the thing is fundamental. It's where everything else stems from, okay? People are they want to give you quick fixes. They want to tell you what you want to hear. And shit, that ain't me. I'm going to tell you what the fuck is going to change your life. And you could like it or not like it. You could click off or not click off. But I'm going to tell you what, from my experience, what changed my life. Now, here's the thing. Not everybody needs self-concept work when it comes to manifesting things or manifesting money, and if they don't, it's because their self-concept is already all right in some type of way. They have a self-concept that benefits them. You might have a self-concept, like somebody might have a self-concept specifically about money that says, oh, money is hard to get, or I don't have a lot of money. But they have a background belief, they have a core belief that I always get what I want though. If I affirm, I'm going to receive it. Subliminals always work for me. And therefore, when they do those things are going to work for them. Okay. But if you're someone who's like, I never get what I want, manifesting money never works for me, and money is scarce and unavailable, and you're wondering why Sally Susie says, wow, I played High Frequency Guru's Rampage once and I got my money, and you're like, well, damn, I didn't have this shit on a loop for fucking how long, and I ain't got shit yet, okay? Because what is your identity, okay? If your identity is, I'm a person that does not have money, that money is hard to get, that money, I can't manifest it, then that is what your life, that's what it's going to reflect to you. Okay. So the identity shift for me is, like I told you guys, I had failure consciousness. I believed subtly, okay? I was not waking up like, oh yeah, you're a failure. You're not gonna get what you want. No, it was a subtle, deep down feeling about myself. When I thought about, when I'm assuming what I want, when I'm manifesting what I want, the feeling that I'm having is like, yeah, but that's probably not gonna work though. I mean, yeah, this is nice, but it's gonna take me years and years and years until it actually works for me, okay? So, shifting the identity. Now, revise that identity. Revise that you've always been incredible at manifesting money. You've always been incredible in business. If you have a business, you've always been in overflow. You've always been rich. Revise that. We're going to make another video on revision at some point soon, but I revised that. Okay. Now the other thing, I took Flora's membership. She is your manifesting bestie, I believe. Your manifesting bestie on TikTok. I believe she's on YouTube now as well. But she had it was funny. I'm going to briefly tell this story. I kept coming across her videos on TikTok. And for some reason, like my intuition was telling me stay, watch her, but I would keep scrolling. And finally one day I stopped and I listened to her, and everything she said was clicking and making sense and making me understand money in a way that I never understood it before. Okay. And so I signed the first time I made some money, like the first time I had some extra money, I went and bought her monthly membership. Now, her monthly membership, I'm not going to tell y'all what's in there. I do have a link in the description if you guys want to buy it for yourselves. But what it did for me was help me be consistent. Okay. It helped me to saturate my mind. She has very specific instructions for you to follow to manifest what you want. Okay. And she has all different topics in there. It's like money. It's literally everything, appearance. So SP, everything is in there. But business. So I think I was focused on the money. Maybe it was the business. I don't know. But I was doing that. And it was helping me to focus my mind all day long. One thing I'll say that she teaches is the mental celebration. This was, I feel like, what really made a big difference for me. The mental celebration. So she would have you do a mental celebration 3 times a day. And it's just a little mini party in your mind of, oh my God, holy shit, I manifested the amount of money that I want, right? And what this did was combine this feeling of excitement, right? The feeling of excitement that does come when you manifest what you want, okay? That feeling of excitement mixed with gratitude of, oh my God, I got what I wanted, okay? So I did that. And I want to say, is there anything else? I think those are the main things. The 3 principles: ease, gratitude, expectation, okay? Revising your identity, choosing a new identity, the identity of someone who is easy. It's easy for you to manifest money, okay? And doing Flora's membership. Now, what I will say to wrap this all up is I want to talk a little bit more about money being an energy within you rather than a byproduct of what you're doing, a byproduct of your action. All right. And then I will see if you guys have questions. I'll look and then I'll go. But just so that you guys know, right now there is a flash sale. You can get $50 off of the group program that's starting next month. Okay. It's only going to be on as long as the video is on. So it's in the description if you're interested. All right. Okay. You don't need a code for it. All right. All right, so let's talk about money being energy again really quick, okay? Because this is also something that really helped me shift. When you start to create the energy of abundance as a feeling in your body, instead of continuing to look for it as an experience or as a number on a screen or an amount of paper in your wallet, right? That is how you can access the feeling of abundance, the energy of abundance, without actually having abundance. This is where a lot of people get caught up because they're like, well, how the fuck do I feel abundant when I don't have any money and I'm struggling, right? And when you take on the state of what if it were true Okay, here are some states for you guys to play with. What if it were true that you have always been a master at manifesting money? You've never struggled with manifesting money. The moment that you started manifesting money, it manifested instantly and actually double what you were trying to manifest. What if that was your state? What if you were in the state of someone who truly believed that they were God or a wizard, someone who truly believed that whatever I say is what's going to happen? How does that feel when you're manifesting money? You will notice as you come into these states how you start to expect differently. You're not expecting, you're not manifesting and affirming and like, yeah, this probably isn't gonna work. No, it's like, duh, of course it's gonna work. Duh. Like I said it's gonna be like this, so it is. Okay. Start practicing. What if I had plenty? What if money was inexhaustible? Oh, that's actually brings me one more thing I want to say. Spending. This is huge, you guys. Another thing that is so important when it comes to manifesting money and so not talked about in the manifestation community. Spending money is a huge part of being able to manifest money, and here's why. It does not matter how much money you have or how much money you do not have. Every single one of us spends money most of the time, every single day, okay? And so if, no matter how much money you have or do not have, if every time that you spend money, you are feeling like, oh, this is taking from me, or oh, I'm lacking, or I'm going to tell you guys, this is a metaphor that I got from Erin Lyons, and it made so much fucking sense for me, okay? And it's going to really make sense for you guys. She says, we look at our money like a pie, okay? So like we get your check. You got this pie. You got 8 slices. Every time you spend, okay, there go rent. There go 3 slices right there. There go the car note, 2 slices right there. There go food for the week, 2 slices right there. What's that leave you with? Like 1 slice, right? So you're like, shit, okay, I got this 1 slice of money left for the rest of the 2 weeks. I need to go ahead and divide this slice up into like 16 slices and spread it out because I'm not going to be receiving any more money. And there's that feeling of I'm lacking, I'm losing, it's dwindling, it's going away every time you spend, okay? So it's like I told you guys about the billionaire on the yacht. It's like he's a billionaire on the yacht, but imagine if he was like, you know what? It's going to cost me $250,000 to have a staff on here today for this weekend for my party. You know what? I don't want to spend the $250,000. I'm just going to go ahead and I'll serve everybody. You know, I'll just serve. You're still coming from a lack mindset, even though you're on a yacht. Okay. So I'm saying that to say it's the lacking mindset and spending and feeling like spending is losing your money it has nothing to do with how much money you have. This is another practice that you can put into practice right now, okay? So changing your relationship with spending money. When you spend money, I want you to not just say, but expect for money to return to you multiplied, okay? Y'all, this is something that I heard so many times from so many teachers, and I was like, that's stupid. That's stupid. I ain't gonna do nothing. That's not powerful. No, literally, it would be times when I'm literally like I'm literally spending money and the money comes back doubled in the same moment that I'm spending it. Many times it would happen in the same day that I spend some money and I receive that money doubled, okay? So when you're spending money, every time you spend money, tell yourself, everything I spend returns to me multiplied. Now, take it a step further. Don't just tell yourself that, but feel into that. But what if that were true? Okay. What if that were true? All right, I just filled up my tank and it was $50 and I'm feeling like, damn, I just took a hit. But what if you actually believe that what you spent came back to you multiplied? Then you're expecting at least $100 in the near couple hours or couple days. You know what I'm saying? So like when you actually make the shift of assuming that that's true, you're assuming it, not just saying it, assuming, you know what? I'm going to say that everything I spend comes back to me multiplied. I'm going to set that intention. I'm going to choose that version of reality. And that starts to make you actually start to feel good about about spending. Okay. Instead of going out and saying, oh, what's on the dollar menu? Well, what's on the 2 for $20 menu? You like, shit, what do I want? Give me the steak and lobster, because I know that whatever I spend is coming right back to me multiplied. Okay. All right. That made me think of something else too. Oh, last thing, and then I'm going to read your comments. Is shit, it just left my mind. Oh, stop conditioning where your money comes from. Now, I know I haven't even read the comments yet, but I'm probably sure that there may be some people that's like, well, you have a business, and so, oh, you know, I don't know, well, I don't have a business, right? And here's the thing, y'all. Listen, the people in the God level manifesting that manifested, I told y'all, one of them manifested $10,000. She literally got a call from like an office saying they had a check for $9,500 for her to come get. Okay, it didn't come through her business. The other one that manifested $4,000, a family member literally gifted it to her after she was revising that her family has always been rich. Did not come through a business. Many of Neville's stories, almost none of them come through a business. Okay, but here is the thing. That argument, people always, every time I make these videos, they're like, well, where did the money come from? Nobody ever says that. It does not fucking matter, bruh. It don't matter where the money came from, right? What matters is what did I do to open my vessel to receive, okay? Honestly, you guys, at the time that everything shifted for me, I was not even focused on my business. I had truly, I won't even say given up, because I promised myself I wouldn't give up, but I was just like, that ain't the way. I promise you. I was literally like, I need to get into digital marketing or something, because that just ain't the way for me. All right. But it was, okay? But for you, your way will be whatever way that it needs to be, okay? If you're scared, you're like, well, I don't want anybody to die, just for the harm of none, right? For the good of all, right? Do it that way. But be open to where your money comes from, okay? Stop cutting yourself off. People be like, oh, well, you have a business and I don't have a business, so that would never work for me. Who are you hurting, though? Who are you hurting? You're hurting yourself. You are conditioning, I have to stay broke because I don't have a business. And honestly, if that's your belief, if you believe that, damn, I just need a business to get some money, then get you a fucking business then. So you're just gonna stay broke? Like, I don't understand. But you truly, you don't need a business, you guys. You really, truly don't. There are ways that you know not of. There are ways that you know not of. And you will not experience those ways until you open yourself up to those ways. Until you decide. Don't worry about when, where, how, because actually this is another point which feeds into what I'm saying, is that this is another hang up why people don't ever manifest money, because they cannot fathom where it would come from. Where would money even find me? How could it even come to me? Okay, not your concern. Your concern is that it did, and how wonderful it is that it did. And what are you doing now that it did? And how are you enjoying it now that it did? That's all that you're concerned about. Okay, not what, when, where, not how, not I don't see a way. You don't see a lot of shit. You don't know fucking rocket science. That don't mean it's not there. You don't know how to build a plane from scratch. That don't mean that there's not a way. There are ways that you know not of, okay? So go to your end. What do you want? Become that person, right? Step into that identity. I'm not going to repeat the whole video because I just said all this, but I'm going to scan through really quick and look and see if you guys have any questions, okay? Oh my gosh. Do you have anything to help me not hate myself? Damn, I felt that so deep. Well, for me, Libmaster, what helped me stop hating myself was knowing myself as God, knowing that I'm divine. And whatever it is, like, okay, the message that's coming for you is to forgive yourself. And I don't know what you need to forgive yourself for, but forgive yourself. Even if it's just for allowing others to treat you a certain way, just forgive yourself and give yourself a chance. Everybody makes mistakes. You can be better, you know? I don't know if you guys ever heard of Jim Rohn. He's a motivational speaker and I love him, but he would say, you can always be more than you are, because you can always have more than you've got, because you can be more than you are. You can be more than you are. It's funny because I hated myself for a long time in my life, and I'm revising. No, I didn't. I always loved myself, but I did. And I felt useless, and I felt like, I have no purpose on earth. Like when I did my numerology, my life path number is 8, and it's leader. It means leader, success, wealth, abundance. I literally redid it. I was like, that can't be true. That can't be about me, But from that point, the vision of who I could be, I didn't know. I didn't have, but I sought. I sought it. I kept seeking it. I kept trying. I kept building myself. make the decision right now, Lib Master. Stop conditioning loving yourself on anything outside of you. Make the condition that I just said so. I'm going to choose to love myself. And even if I can't love myself, I'm going to choose to stop hating myself. I'm going to give myself a little bit of grace. I'm going to understand where I'm coming from. I'm going to know that, damn, you know, even though I didn't do everything perfect, I did the best that I could with the knowledge that I had. And even if I didn't do the best that I could, I can start doing the best that I can now. Okay? But I'm intending that feeling, Lib, that illusion, that it lifts off you and that you are surrounded in God's love and God's view and perspective of yourself. Okay? What I have feels normal and even a little arrogant. And I know I'm lucky because some people have a terrible situation. I'm grateful I'm not there, but that's why I feel so guilty. People also have more. Don't feel guilty. Okay? Don't feel guilty. You're perfect. You're perfect. Is it true we don't have to lift one finger? Yes, it is true. It absolutely is true. We could talk about that really, really quick because here's the principle behind not lifting a finger is that you are assuming that it's done, right? You're assuming that it's done. Tell me right now, you guys, what do you have to do to get on my video right now? What do you have to do to get on my video? Nothing. Because you're here. You're on it. There's nothing for you to do. It's already done. You're not you're not lifting a finger to make it so because it's already so. It's already so. Okay? Both the stories that I told you guys about the girls and the God level manifesting, which the video is going to be over. So if you guys want to get the flash sale, go get it right now. But for both of them, they did not lift a finger. They both were given freely thousands of dollars. Okay? So you do not have to lift a finger. No. That is like one of Neville's number one principles. Okay? Mm-hmm. Lisa, your brain's a little bitch and likes to lie to you. I can't. That shit is hilarious. I have a small success story. I manifested a really small thing, but I wanted to start small, as you said, to try manifesting small things. It was a coffee coupon, and I manifested in less 24 hours. That's amazing, Noosh. I'm so proud of you. Excellent, excellent. Yes, I've been telling myself, don't even trip. It's handled. I am the I am. Period. Is that knowing is done and the law is real that really trips me up? Okay, Caleb, then knowing it's done comes from understanding the law, actually. So, like, this is where reading Neville will help you. But in a nutshell, there are parallel realities. So everything that can be is, and you are just selecting out of the allness, out of infinity you want to express. So it's all done happening now. And you're selecting out of the infinity of what's happening now of what you would like to experience. Okay. Now, understanding that the law is real means you have not tested it enough. You haven't tested it enough. No amount of listening to me and other people talk about how, oh, I did it. Oh my God, this happened. Oh yeah, wow. None of that it doesn't penetrate. Okay. It sits. It stirs you. It stirs your consciousness. It gets interested. It's like, oh, really? Wow. Oh, maybe. But it does not let you accept that, yeah, that's possible for me until you do it over and over and over again. Okay. Oh, thank you for your mind. The goat. Y'all know how long it took me to realize what the goat meant? Like, oh my goodness. How to manifest a lottery win. Ooh. I would say, like, go past it. Now, a lot of people that manifest the lottery actually do. They visualize like, or they get the numbers in their dream, or they visualize hitting the numbers. You can do that. Right. For me, if I was, and I don't know, because that seems to be the way that works, because that's what a lot of lottery winners, first of all, a lot of lottery winners are manifestors, which is no surprise, but a lot of them visualize hitting specific numbers. Me personally, I would probably just go past it. I would go to, where am I living now that I've won the lottery? Am I living in a huge mansion? You know, what am I doing? Am I traveling? Like, what, now that I've won the lottery, what's it like? You know, and I would go there and dwell there. Okay. Okay. Oh, everything making sense. Feeling I got that when I start watching your videos. That's amazing. Her name on TikTok is, yes, your manifesting bestie. Y'all. Okay. Okay. I was hoping you would go live. I wanted to ask you about what to do when the opposite manifests. Persist. Persist. Persist and revise. That's another thing too with manifesting money that I would do, you guys, is I would revise every night that I made the sales that I wanted to make, or I made the money that I wanted to make. Even I remember one time I got a notification for like $5, right? I had like a $5 sale, and I was like, I was expecting bigger money, and I was like, yeah, no, it wasn't. It wasn't $5. It was bigger. And then literally, y'all, I'm not even kidding. Like, the moment after I was like, no, it wasn't. $500 came through. I swear to God. Like, I can't make this shit up. Okay? Revise it. No, you're actually getting exactly what you want. You already got what you want. All right. Here's the thing, y'all. When we say that opposite results are manifesting, you don't really know that. You don't know that. When Neville applied to get out the army, they said no. Is that not opposite? Neville said he didn't even care. He was like, yeah, I didn't need to do anything. I'm telling y'all, Neville was such a fucking G. He was like, I don't need to do anything. He's resisting my assumption. He said he resisted it for 9 days. He resisted it. And then he couldn't resist it no more and gave me what I wanted, period. Notice how Neville was never like, oh, I guess I can. Yeah, I mean, it is a world war. I mean, I guess, you know, that's not realistic. You know, yeah, the law is cool, but I don't know about World War II. You know what I'm, no, I said I'm home. Oh, you said no? You denied it? Yeah, that can't be true. I don't even need to talk with you about it. I don't need to talk with you about it. All I know is that what I said is what it is. So you can resist it, but you can only resist it for so long, until he called him back in the office. His officer literally said, I don't even know why. I don't even know why I'm letting you go, but I am. Ain't no opposite results. Everything is leading you to fulfillment. Okay? And then you said it's the opposite of bridge of incident. There you go, Bethany. You already know what's up. My SP wants me to work instead of trusting in manifestation. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. Your SP loves taking care of you. He loves taking care of you, and he believes in you wholeheartedly. He actually loves having a magical goddess in his midst. He's like, yeah, baby, you do all that manifesting stuff. I'll take care of you. I believe in you. Period. Yes, inexhaustible money is a great affirmation. It's one of my favorite, and even more than an affirmation, you guys, feel it. What if it were true that my money could not run out? Now, if your money regenerates, right? Just like I was saying with that pie, if every time you remove a slice of the pie, the slice regenerates, you can never run out of money. Okay? All right. How to manifest clear skin. Can I wake up tomorrow with no acne at all? Well, all right. Yes, you can do anything. Okay? You can do anything. What I would say, if I was to manifest clear skin, I think a good one would be like visualization. You can wake up or you can, as you're falling to sleep, or do like a sat scene as you're falling to sleep, see yourself like looking in the mirror, or maybe doing like your skincare routine. And as you're like rubbing your product on your face, you're like, wow, there's like literally nothing on my face. Like, damn, like what the fuck? Or you can even hear like one of your friends commenting like, girl, oh my God, your skin looks so amazing. Like, oh my God, what are you doing? Right. And you can also revise that you've always had clear skin. You've never had acne. Okay. But I would say, as far as waking up tomorrow, expect it. Understand, like, this is the thing, y'all. Y'all want to do wizard shit, be a wizard then. Know yourself as a wizard. You want to do wizard shit? A lot of people's trying to do wizard shit with a muggle mind. You can't do wizard shit with a muggle mind, okay? You're a wizard, Harry. All right? You got to be a wizard, Harry. You can't be his little cousin. I can't remember what his name was. You can't be the asshole cousin trying to do wizard shit, because he's not a wizard, okay? You want to do shit, you want to switch realities, you want to do that, know yourself as above it, okay? Any suggestions if you're homeless? Okay. See yourself in a home. See yourself in a place. Like my go-to sat scene when I'm manifesting a home is pushing my key into the door. That's a very specific feeling. You can feel the ridges. You can feel the resistance when you push the key in the door. Turning it, open the door, walk in, see your things, if you have things, whatever it is, see your things around. Go, I like to do this with groceries because that even furthers the naturalness and the feeling of ownership, right? I'm putting my groceries in my kitchen, okay? That's it. End scene. Go back, push the key in the door, turn it, open the door, walk in, see your things, put your stuff in the kitchen, turn around, put your key in the door. Keep doing that, okay? And actually you're not homeless. No. No one that watches these videos is homeless. That's impossible. Actually, you have a perfect home. It's amazing. You love it. You feel so safe and comfortable there. Period. Not can't stand a pocket watcher. Don't worry about where it came from. Mama K, you are fucking hilarious. I can't. I love y'all. Yes. Forgive yourselves, guys. Don't ever hate yourself. Guilt is useless. Absolutely, y'all. Guilt is useless. It's, y'all, you have a magic wand. You are a magic wand. And it's like you realizing, oh my God, I have this magic wand. Well, let me just look at the past. No, yeah, I was on some bullshit. No, dude, just create. Just create. Okay? Just create. I know the law works. I've experienced it personally, but nothing major. I embody, I assume, I revise, I affirm, all the things. What's the issue? Self-concept? Probably. Most likely. Identity. That's the thing for me. When it comes to certain manifestations, y'all, the identity is what does it for you, especially when you're doing all the things. If you are someone who's not doing the things, that's your problem. If you're doing the things, you're not getting results, then your issue is your identity. Okay? It could even be your identity around manifesting. All right? Yes, it's frustrating. I've been learning a bit, but it is time to do. Listen, Caleb, I learned for a very long time. I learned, I read, I absorbed for a very long time, but I was not a doer. Being hearers of the word does nothing for you other than give you some good endorphins. Be a doer of the word. Actually put your imagination to something continuously until you get it. Okay? Olivia, manifest my rent for August. LOL, I didn't fell off. You never fell off. You couldn't fall off. That's impossible. You're a limitless creator, Kyra? Kyra, limitless creator? Actually, no. Your rent was paid ages ago. Your rent is on autopay. Your rent is so easy. You don't even think about it. You don't even know the last time you actually thought about it. It just comes out to your account. You have so much money, you don't even notice when it comes out. Swear to you, Kyra, you will be back on the live like, girl, guess what happened? My rent is paid. And of course it was, because it was paid even in this moment. Even when you said that, even as you was typing it, you knew that wasn't true. He was like, Olivia, manifest my rent. He was like, I don't even really need this shit. Like, what am I talking about? What are you talking about? Did you think they meant goat literally? I did. I knew it was like, hey, you're great, but I didn't know greatest of all time. I didn't know it was an acronym. How can you reverse things if you've always been able to manifest in a time crunch, but then it's like you hit a block, nothing is happening? Revise that. You never hit a block. Revise that you have it now. Don't acknowledge a block, y'all. Okay? And here's what I mean. If you have a belief or assumption that is opposing what you want, then you want to be aware of that so that you can create the opposite assumption, right? But don't acknowledge that anything is blocking you or, oh, it's not working, so it's not working. No, don't worry about none of that shit, y'all. Ain't no, it's not working, bruh. Ain't no, it's not working. You have it already. That's the only thing that you're feasting on in your mind, okay? When I affirm for the things I really want, like a new job or house, I get this feeling of doubt that it's not going to happen. I'm running out of time because I want these things in a certain time. Okay, Danielle. So this is the thing. To be honest, those things, that's normal. Okay. I told you guys the other day how I was trying to manifest my friend to be late to our meeting. And even though I've done that plenty of times, even though I am a master manifester, I still had doubt because that is the ego mind. The ego mind is doubtful. It's like, that doesn't make sense. How that's gonna happen? I don't know. This is why persistence is so important. It does not matter that you're doubting. It matters, are you continuing to impress your mind with the idea of having it? Okay. Doubt does not hinder you, you guys. Doubt does not hinder you unless you allow it to, unless you allow it to make you tap out. Okay. You just need to persist anyways. Go anyways. I feel the doubt and I'm like, yeah. So anyways, here's what I want. Okay, I'm gonna imagine, I'm gonna feel, and I'm gonna claim it. Period. Oh yeah, the doubt's there. Okay, so anyways, here's what I want. Like, keep focusing. Okay. Keep focusing. Don't worry about getting them by a certain time. Worry about claiming that you have them now. Okay. You have it now. All right. Go to the time mentally where you want to have it by. See yourself having it and continue to return to that. Okay. Thank you. You guys are so sweet. How do you focus when you revise? Practice. Practice. Y'all watch my videos. Y'all know that I am not that focused. Okay. But you got to practice. Focus is everything. Focus is the difference between success and failure. Okay. I love manifesting. Watching your videos is really helping me. Thank you so much. I'm glad to catch your live. And once I'm done cashing that check, I will contact you. I love that. Yes. I have something that is owed to me. How do I get it? Decide you have it. You're not owed. Get out of the feeling of injustice. Somebody owes me something. They didn't pay me. They didn't give me what I wanted. Yes, they did. How could they not? How could they not? You already received it. Hear them apologizing. I'm so sorry it took so long. Right? Here you go. Okay. Period. Alchemist is an alchemist. Period. Wizards of Waverly Place. Princess. Not Wizards of Waverly Place. Thank you, Pierre. Yo, Pierre, you want to come out here? Y'all, did y'all know that came from the Jamie Foxx show? I was watching the Jamie Foxx show yesterday, and he was, I'm not even gonna go into all the story what he was saying, but he just said it. I was like, what the fuck? That's where that came from? Yo, Pierre, you want to come out here? Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh. Is it bad affirming that my SP's girlfriend is cheating on him? Would you want that for yourself? If you wouldn't want what you're affirming for someone else for yourself, then I don't think it's the best thing to do, but that's just my opinion. I just operate off the golden rule, and this is what Neville teaches as well. If you will wish it for another, wish it for yourself. However, if your teacher is somebody on YouTube, then they're going to tell you, it don't matter what you say. You could say that this person suffocates in their oatmeal, and it's okay because it's only this reality, so it's fine, you know? So it's just... Look, y'all, if you got to ask if something is bad that you're doing, it's probably bad, okay? But that's just me. I honestly, you guys, let me tell y'all this. I'm too big-hearted. This world is cutthroat as fuck, okay? So, but me personally, I just love people. Shit. I'm working on loving everybody, but I try to treat people well. I try to do the right thing. That's something my dad used to tell us all the time. Do the right thing. That's what I try to do. But to be honest, you guys, morals, doing the right thing, respecting people, those are kinds of things of the past. So it's like, do what you want. Like, hey, it's on you, you know? God's not going to really be mad at you. So. All right. Yes, what helps me is knowing creation is already finished. I'm aligning with what I want, period. Period. I just had a question, how to deal with embarrassment of not having manifested or not having money. Okay, I totally get this because I used to, I would tell my friends like, oh yeah, girl, I'm gonna come see you and all this stuff, and didn't have no money to do that, or I couldn't go to like the birthday dinner or whatever. And it was very embarrassing. But once again, you guys, it's just a waste of time. It's a waste of your energy and your focus to be embarrassed. Instead, revise it. Instead of sitting there and wallowing, and sometimes we need a little wallow. That's okay. Sometimes we need a little party, a little pity party. That's all right. But hurry up and get over it. And once you get over it, revise it and keep persisting. Okay? That's just, to be honest, y'all, that's how you move it along quicker. Because for me, I would do that. I would get embarrassed. And then I'd be like, you know what? See, I need to just stop manifesting money. And then I will wait months before I started manifesting money again and go through the same shit. When I could have just been like, damn, all right, I missed the mark. That's okay. Let me revise that I hit the mark. Let me revise that I did go. And I would have been in a much better position more quickly. Thoughts on karma? That's a good question. I don't necessarily, okay. I don't necessarily believe in karma in the way that we think, whereas it's kind of like what goes around comes around. Like if you do something to somebody, that somebody gonna come do something to you. I think that now what I will say is karma, you will feel what you do to others, because this happens after you die. It's called a life review. And in a life review, you experience the pain that you have put on others, and even the pleasure as well, but you experience what you did to others as if you were them. That's karma there. But as far as like, oh, you're bad, so bad things are going to happen to you, not necessarily, or all these bad people wouldn't be in power, right? It's more about your assumptions. You're going to reap what you sow in consciousness, not necessarily what you do in reality. And this is why bad people can be rich and popular and all this stuff, because that's what they think about themselves. They don't care that they're bad. They're like, I'm the shit. I'm amazing. I'm great, and so that's how life appears to them. Whereas the person that's trying to do good and be good and help everybody and do this, but believes that I'm not that great and good things don't happen to me. Well, that's not really justice if we look at it, right? Because you're not reaping what you sow in 3D. You're reaping what you sow in consciousness, okay? Thank you, Nushi. So sweet. Can you manifest a whole new face? Sure. Liv, just having trouble with putting the right energy behind money. I ask myself all the questions you mentioned, but all that comes to mind is lack. Okay. All right. I would say maybe look at your core beliefs, Nefertiti. There may be something like not feeling safe about having money, and so your mind feels better keeping you in a lacking mind state. There is a money core belief chart that's in the Patreon. You can get your first 7 days free, so it's not like you have to pay for it. But you can check that out. It could be a lot of things, though. I'd kind of have to know more about what's going on with you. Can you visualize with your eyes open and still get results? I believe so. I hate to ask an SP question, but should we focus on a specific person or a person who will love and treat me right in the end, like true alignment? I love that. That's actually a very good question. I think you should do what you want. I think that a lot of times it's easier to focus generally, in my opinion. It's easier to focus generally than saying, this person is going to change and be like this. But what I would say is focus on who you want to be in love. Who do you want to be in the relationship? And focus on being that. And that's going to call forth the version of your SP or whoever else to match that, okay? Excuse me. So focus on who you want to be, how you want to feel, how you want to be loved, okay? What do you mean by morals are a thing of the past? I mean, just look at the world, y'all. I mean, look at the manifestation community, you guys. Like, and this is no shade to that person that asked that question, but there's a lot of people in the law of assumption community that literally pray for people's downfall. And I said this in a video, like if you were to stumble across a notebook or something and you see somebody, he hates his girlfriend, and oh, she's dying and they're tripping over rocks every time they go outside. Are you going to be like, wow, this person is so empowered. Wow, this person is their God self. No, you're gonna be like, this person is evil, okay? But people are so focused on what they want, and they're so focused on lack. Like the lack mentality is the root of all evil, not money. The lack mentality causes us to feel like we have to compete or harm others to get what we want when you just literally don't have, you just don't have to do that. Okay? You don't have to do that. But I'm just saying, look at the world, y'all. Like treating people well and being nice and kind and treating people how you want to be treated, you know. Aw, I'm starting college tomorrow. Any quick advice for me? I'm really nervous. Have a lit time. Have an amazing time. College is so much fun. Like, just enjoy yourself, find yourself, rediscover yourself, do whatever the fuck you want, turn up, go to class, skip class, you know, do all of that. Have a great time. Okay. I've been affirming that I get paid to exist. I don't want a job, but I haven't closed myself off from it. And so far, I haven't gotten a job nor sales for my business. Should I affirm more? Yeah, but step into the identity of a person who gets paid to exist. Okay. I love you, Summer. You're so sweet. You can see me with these hiccups these past few days. I don't know what's going on with me. Oh, Kat, thank you. What a sweetheart. Okay. I'm going to take this last question. Hey, Olivia, I want to command money, but how should I go about it mentally? Expect it. Okay? Expect it. What amount of money are you commanding? But expect it and go past it. Okay? Go past it. What if you received it? Then what would happen? What would be different? What would change? Okay? Go past it. You can command it, but really that's really it, you guys. Commanding money comes from expecting it. The moment that you claim it, this is what it is. I'm expecting it. Just the same way as if you expect your check on Friday. Give that same respect and reverence that you give to your job to your mind. Okay? All right. So, if you guys would like to join next month's Godstate group coaching, it is going to be on a $50 off flash sale until I click off of here, so you can join. Other than that, I'm intending that this prospers you immensely. I'm absolutely sure that it has. I'm sending you guys infinite love, and I will see you guys in a video soon.